Rustus and Annice and the Cheerless Curse, Part 11.
Is this 11?
It's all of your fingers plus one more. Hold up all of your fingers. Nope. Keep that one up. This is 11. With all of your fingers and one of mine. So, back when all of the friends were in the cave of the Gollywump Sneeple, Rustus, Annice, and Feasty had headed north to Chummingbird Forest. Sweetheart had headed southwest to Buffalorca Beach, and Lala headed east to find Gazorgenplat. And as Lala walked, first she passed through Yellop Forest. We'll find out why it's called that in another story. But she walked, and she thought as she walked, who am I? Why am I here in Lala Land? What is my purpose for being here? What am I supposed to do? This country is called Lala Land, but I don't know anything about it. I didn't even know about it until just recently when I fell into the laundry basket. I wonder if my name and the name of this place have something in the commonality there means something. Commonality means something that you share or something that's the same. So she was thinking about how her name and the name of the place were similar, which is another word that means that we're like each other. So she thought about these things as she walked, and she also thought about how the Gollywump Sneeple said she had to go to Gazorgenplat to find a way to help everybody from the Cheerless Curse, and she thought, how on earth am I going to do that? And as she walked, she started to become more anxious. Do you know what anxious means?
No.
Anxious means kind of worried or a little bit upset, or you're just kind of feeling a little bit on edge. And that's how...
On edge? What does that mean?
On edge is a saying that means you're a little bit kind of tense.
Tense? What does that mean?
Tense means tight, like your muscles feel tight, and you're thinking about things that make you a little bit scared or worried or nervous. So that's what it means to be anxious. So Lala started getting a little bit anxious as she walked. And she thought, oh no, I better do something to calm down. So she stopped and she said, okay, I'm going to think about what I see and hear and feel. She said, I see the blue sky. I smell the flowers. I feel the wind. I hear some birds and animals in the woods. And thinking about the things around her helped her calm down a little bit. And she kept walking. And finally, after a long walk, she passed Rustus's grandma's house, and she remembered how they had eaten ice cream sundaes there, and how she and Rustus had finished all of theirs, but how Annice and Feasty couldn't do that because they were so much smaller. But they did eat the cherries on top because both of them liked the cherries. And she passed the baseball diamond where they liked to play baseball. She kept walking and walking for hours and hours, and it was starting to get dark in the sky. And finally, she came to a big, open meadow. Do you know what a meadow is?
No.
A meadow is a large area that doesn't have any trees. It's just grass and flowers. And she came to a meadow, and she said, something about this place feels right. Like this might be Gazorgenplat. And she walked, and in the middle of the meadow there was a large boulder. Do you know what a boulder is?
Well, no, but we can talk about it later.
A boulder is a very big rock. Bigger than a person. It was even bigger than an elephant. It was bigger than Lala. And she walked up, and she saw that there was something drawn on the rock. There was a word, and below it were some pictures. And the word was Elevant. And she started laughing. Somebody spelled elephant wrong, she said. They spelled it E-L-E-V-A-N-T. Elevant. Instead of elephant. Elephant. With a P-H. Because P-H can make the F sound. Did you know that? That's how you spell elephant. With a P-H for the F. But in this rock, it didn't say elephant. It said elevant. And Lala thought that was a mistake and thought it was funny. And underneath the picture, underneath the word, there were some pictures. There was a huge elephant, a medium-sized elephant, and a tiny elephant. 3 different sized elephants. That's interesting, said Lala. I wonder why there are elephants on this rock, and I wonder why somebody misspelled the name. And she looked around and she didn't see anything. She only saw some tiny ants crawling on the rock. And she thought, how can I figure out why I'm here, or what's my purpose? And she thought about the word elevant. And she thought about the pictures. And she thought about how there were differently sized elephants. And she thought how fun it would be if she were small. And all of a sudden, she started shrinking. And she kept shrinking and shrinking and shrinking until she was the size of the ants. And then she saw that they weren't ants at all, but they were elephants just like her. "What?" she said. "What's going on here?" Her voice was a lot higher because she was so small. "Hello, Lala," said one of the elevants whose voice was even higher. "Welcome home to the land of the elevants. You are one of us. You have the power to change your size and become as big as a whale or as small as an ant. Even smaller if you wanted to, or even bigger if you wanted to." "What?" said Lala. "This is unbelievable. Who am I? Why am I here? Where did I come from?" "Well, we don't know," said the elevants. "None of us know how we got here. But we do know that you are one of us because you could shrink. And we know your name because we were told that one day an elevant from far away would come and her name would be Lala." "What?" said Lala. I can't believe it." "You must have a special purpose," said the elevant. "Wait a second," said Lala. "Did you say elevant?" "Yep, that's what we're called. We're not elephants, we're elevants because we can change our size." "Wow," said Lala. "I am an elevant." And that's the end of our story for today.